So I opened up my own salon suite. Today was my first day working, and this space is like everything I could have ever dreamed for myself. So I wanted to come on here and say that I accomplished something that I set out to do years ago, and it feels really good. So here's a little update on my workspace. It's Christmas time. I wanted to talk about why I am here and why, or like my decisions and the situations leading up to here. So basically, a lot of people have been telling me, like, oh, it was so courageous of you to get your own space and be on my own and not in a salon with coworkers and owners and all that. And I didn't think of it as being courageous, honestly. I thought of it as more like I'm kind of fed up with my current situation, and I believe in myself to be by myself, meaning I can take my own clients and keep my own clientele. I can do all like my retail stuff. I can do all my back stock, my back bar, like I'm capable of doing all this on my own. And so that's why I decided, like, okay, it's time for me to be by myself in my workspace. I didn't want to work for anyone anymore. I've always wanted something for myself where I could be in charge of my own schedule, my own time, my own prices, and that's why this industry is kind of perfect for me. Basically, the steps I took in order to get here was I worked really hard as an assistant in a suite like this for 2 years. I worked 6-7 days a week. I worked really long hours. I took a lot of classes. I invested in my craft, and I wouldn't necessarily say my work-life balance was healthy back then, but I didn't know any better. That was in Orange County, and then I moved my whole business up here in Pasadena, and I worked in a salon for 3 years, and that's kind of where I started to build and kind of grew more independent, and I built a clientele pretty quickly. A lot of people say it takes like 3 to 5 years to have a full clientele, and I did it in a little over a year. And it was during the pandemic in 2020 and 2021. But I really felt like I was ready to start renting rather than being an hourly stylist. And so I made that leap into being in charge of my own books, my own pricing, and all that in a salon where I was still working under an owner with a bunch of coworkers. And then, 5 months ago, almost exactly, I moved into the suite. I have my own space. I still work pretty hard, I think, but I have a lot more freedom. My work-life balance is pretty healthy right now, I think. It's definitely been an adjustment though. I used to have someone like doing marketing for me, posting on Instagram for me, referring me from other coworkers, and I don't have that anymore. And so I guess this is my first year where I've kind of had to adjust. I haven't adjusted quite yet. Like I need to be better about posting and marketing myself, but I'm learning. So that's definitely like a learning curve that I did not think about when I decided to be on my own. So I'm trying to be better at that. It took me from 2018 to 2023 to get exactly where I wanted to be. And I'm just grateful for that. But I also know that like I put in the work, I did the hours, I invested in my education, invested in my products, and I'm so happy to finally have a space to call my own along with my partner. The best me sets out goals and accomplishes them, and it just feels really amazing when you do. So